Many football journalists doubted Sergio Aguero's potential and labelled him a worst buy or not value for money after the Argentinian striker moved to Manchester City from Atletico Madrid for a jaw-dropping £35 million fee. The doubters were right in the sense that not many foreign strikers lived up to their expectations after coming to the Premier League, and there are too many examples where players failed to meet the physical standards and the competitive nature of the Premier League despite coming in for a huge price tag. To name a few, we have examples of Robinho, Andriy Shevchenko, Radamel Falcao, Roberto Soldado, Gonzalo Higuain, and Alvaro Morata most recently. But Aguero, who established himself as a proven goalscorer at the Madrid-based club, was able to exceed expectations at the Etihad over the years, despite initial thoughts of him being second best to Fernando Torres and Diego Forlan at the Wanda Metropolitano Stadium. The 32-year-old didn't take much time to get on the scoresheet and silence his critics following his big money move from Spain. A brace on his debut against Swansea helped him settle at Manchester, and he never stopped scoring since then. Aguero went on to score 23 goals for the club during the 2011-12 season. However, the last goal by the Argentinian striker on the final day of the Premier League during the same campaign will be remembered by fans for the rest of their life. The former Independiente forward was signed by Roberto Mancini in a bid to end City's 44-year wait to win the league title. The mega-rich Manchester club were able to spend in the excess of €100 million to sign Samir Nasri and Edin Dzeko, along with Aguero during the same season. The Citizens started the season well, but fell 8 points behind Sir Alex Ferguson's side on the league table, and that too near the end of the season. But heading into the last match of the campaign, both teams were level on points and could only be separated by goal difference. The final day saw the defending champions take on Sunderland at the Stadium of Light, while City were hosting the relegation-threatened Queen's Park Rangers at home. United scored early after Rooney capitalised on Phil Jones's pass and sent the ball into the back of the net in the 20th minute of the match. City were dropped down to the second spot after the English striker scored against the Black Cats. QPR on the other side defended deep, knowing that a point would be enough for them to survive in the English top division, but they could not stop Pablo Zabaleta from scoring the opening goal, which gave confidence to their much nervous side. The second half didn't start well for the Sky Blues as they conceded an equaliser following Joelin Lescott's wayward header into the path of Djibril Cissé, who made no mistakes and guided the ball past Joe Hart. QPR took the lead in the 66th minute despite losing Joey Barton following his rash challenge on Carlos Tevez. With the title seemingly slipping out of their grasp, Mancini brought on Mario Balotelli and Dzeko. The referee signalled 5 minutes of added time. The Citizens equalised through Dzeko, who gave them a glimmer of hope with 92 minutes on the clock. United finished their campaign with 89 points on the table, and City were at 87. City needed another goal in 3 minutes to snatch the title, and with time running out, the impossible happened. Aguero scored the winner deep into the stoppage time, a goal that will surely be remembered for years to come. In terms of sheer impact and drama, this match has no match in football history. It was indeed a defining moment for the striker as well. Last season, Aguero was chosen as the most iconic footballer of the decade in the English Premier League in a vote carried out by BBC Sports. Aguero claimed the accolade last season after scoring 173 goals and claiming 43 assists in the 251 games he played in the top division of the English League. The former Atletico star is the leading goalscorer for the Manchester-based club with 180 goals to date. Aguero bypassed Arsenal legend Thierry Henry on the list last season to become the all-time leading goal-scoring foreign player in the Premier League history. Only Alan Shearer, Wayne Rooney and Andy Cole have scored more goals than Aguero in the Premier League. The experienced striker is just 7 goals behind Cole in the list to claim the third spot as the all-time leading goalscorer. The Argentinian's 12th hat-trick in the 6-1 demolition of Aston Villa set a new record for the most trebles scored in the Premier League. The records fell at the feet of Aguero, who surpassed Alan Shearer with 11 hat-tricks in the Premier League era. At 32, and despite some minor injuries that have left him for brief periods off the pitch, he has an average of 0.67 goals per game. He is the man who scored the most goals in the history of Manchester City in all competitions, and his loyalty to the Celestial club makes him a living legend. And if Aguero can keep himself fit and manage to play for another 2 years at City, he has every chance to leapfrog former Manchester United and Everton striker Rooney on the list with 208 goals. Guardiola has already warned that replacing him will be one of the most difficult tasks of his entire career. and has assured that Kun is a legend and his consistency over time is what gives value to his record. From the best stage of his career to going through difficult moments last season, Aguero proved his mettle time and again. The star striker has given much credit for his performances on the pitch to his current manager. "I'm really happy," the player recently confided to the Spanish station Cadena Ser. "I have had many coaches and all with different ideas and obviously with different tactics, but the truth is that yes," he replied when asked if Guardiola was the best coach he'd ever had. "In the first year, at certain times we did not adapt, but this year we have all learned from last season. I think we have understood what he wants, how to build from behind, the movements, and this makes things easier in the field," he added. "If we continue like this, we're going to have a beautiful opportunity," said Aguero. "The club has invested a lot of money to win the Champions League. Hopefully, it will be our year." If the reports in the media are to be believed, the Argentine striker is now looking to leave the Etihad at the end of the season, having opted not to renew his current contract with the Sky Blues. Aguero would leave as a free agent during the summer transfer window. A host of top European clubs are interested in his signature, including La Liga giant Barcelona and mega-rich French champions Paris Saint-Germain. Barcelona are eyeing a replacement for their star striker Lionel Messi, who's set to leave in the summer. The 33-year-old did not renew his contract with the Catalan club and handed in a transfer request following his disagreement with the senior management. It's highly unlikely for Aguero to join the Catalan club following their poor handling of Messi and Uruguay international striker Luis Suarez lately. The former Liverpool striker was forced to leave as a cost-cutting measure by the club following the ongoing financial crisis due to the pandemic. The Spanish outfit are going through a rough patch under Ronald Koeman, following some weak performances, especially in their quest to maintain a title assault in Spain. Barca were knocked out by Bundesliga champions Bayern Munich last season in humiliating fashion and were completely out of ideas in the second leg. The club recorded their worst ever 8-2 defeat against the German outfit, which led to the eventual sacking of Quique Setien. This season, they lost 3-0 to Juventus at Camp Nou in a result that does not inspire a lot of confidence. So, it would not be too wise for Aguero to join a side that's struggling to better Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid on the league table and looking less convincing on the European stage this season. Mauricio Pochettino, on the other hand, wants to sign Aguero after losing Edinson Cavani to Premier League club Manchester United last summer. The 48-year-old Argentinian tactician needs an experienced forward to lead his new attack and win the Champions League this season. Pochettino is a big fan of Aguero and rates him above legendary attackers Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. When Aguero plays, it's like classical music. He's unbelievable, the best striker in the world, Pochettino told reporters. "I think seriously like Mozart. Mozart is positive and Beethoven is a little crazier. For me, he is the best. Lionel Messi is not a striker, Cristiano Ronaldo is not a striker, Aguero is a classical striker. He has everything a striker should have. I'm not biased, it's just because he's the best." The Parisians missed the chance to lift the European trophy last term, following their disappointing 1-0 defeat in the final against Bayern at Lisbon. PSG do have the likes of Mauro Icardi and Moise Kean up front, but the City striker is more experienced and clearly a better fit for the side that failed to score in the final of the European competition. The French outfit are well placed to win the Champions League this time around if they're able to make a few adjustments here and there. Just imagine the prospect of Aguero leading the attack with Neymar and Kylian Mbappe on the flanks. The trio could make a fearsome partnership in front and create havoc on the opposition defenders. And to be honest, Aguero does not have too much time left in his career to experiment with something totally different. The Paris-based club has a realistic chance to win the Champions League, and the Argentinian should consider making a move for PSG if the opportunity arrives. However, what if Messi decides to come to England and signs with the residents of the Etihad? As we explained in a previous video, Messi and Aguero are really great friends off the pitch. Perhaps Messi arriving in England could be the final piece of the puzzle for the citizens as they look to finally lift the Champions League trophy. But hey, let's just give ourselves a few more months and see which way the wind blows.